This is the story of an unfortunate young lady who gets herself into all sorts of trouble. Some of the scenes you may find distressing. This is the tale of Sue McGee, who set out on a shopping spree. She bought some shoes, a frock, and scent. And so on till her cash was spent.
Is that everything?
Uh-huh.
That's £48.37. Have you got 37 pence, please?
Uh-uh.
Poor Susan's life had got shambolic, for she'd become a shopaholic. A wiser girl might think of stopping, but Sue continued window shopping.
Oh!
While idly looking through the stock, she saw a simply must-have frock. To the counter in a flash, quite forgetting she'd no cash.
Can I help, madam?
Please. That frock there that's on the hook, may I take a closer look?
Of course, madam.
And then the truth began to dawn. Her credit cards had been withdrawn, and not a penny in her purse. Now how could things be so perverse?
I haven't quite got that amount. Could I take it on account?
To guarantee your satisfaction, I ask for cash with each transaction.
I'll take that as a no. Could perhaps it be reserved?
I'm sorry, it's first come, first served.
Right then, where's the nearest bank?
There, behind the taxi rank.
A courting couple with their dog paused a while to have a snog.
One more kiss, not that I'll beg. It sent warm feelings down my leg.
Arriving at the bank, poor Sue hurried in and joined the queue. And when the bank clerk said,
Next, please.
she felt the knocking off her knees. She clenched her fists, lest courage fail, and to the bank clerk told her tale.
I've seen a dress, a perfect fit, but I had no cash to purchase it. One moment, I'll just check my list. I think perhaps we can assist.
The bank clerk accessed her account.
I see you owe a large amount. I sympathise with all you've said, but you're so deeply in the red. The management would think us daft if we increase your overdraft. I'm sorry, we can't lend you more.
With that, Sue headed for the door. Once on the street she started crying, broke, but not for want of trying. The wind blew chill, and as with many, made Susan want to spend a penny. So glancing round in agitation, she saw a sign to railway station. She turned and hurried down the lanes, following the sign, 2 trains. And there at last beside the fence, a public convenience. Her need was such she had no time to stop and read the workman's sign. Poor Sue was therefore unacquainted. The building had been freshly painted, and as the wood was badly tarnished, the seats received some special varnish. With much relief, her task complete, she tried to struggle to her feet. No matter how she tries and tries, there seemed no way that she could rise. And in the end concedes defeat. She's firmly bonded to the seat.
Now, where's my mobile phone? Oh, curse! I've left the thing at home.
She felt alone and quite afraid, so realising she needed aid, she thought she'd give a little call.
Cooey! Cooey!
But this produced no help at all. Then comprehending her dire plight, she kicked and screamed with all her might.
Let me out! Let me out! Help! Help! Get me out! Let me out!
On hearing this appalling sound, a group of passengers gathered round. A lady spying through a crack cried,
Quick! There's been a sex attack!
A barrister who'd also heard her called,
Pray, be calm. This could be murder. Break the door down, find her feet. I only hope we're not too late.
A little fellow from the back gave the door a mighty smack. It shattered with the greatest ease. The debris fell on Susan's knees. Quickly clearing up the mess, they found the cause of her distress. A workman said,
It don't look good. She's firmly welded to the wood.
some passing yobs were less discreet.
She got her arse stuck up the side.
At this the crowd showed disapproval and promptly called for their removal.
God blimey.
Said an ancient
We
porter.
better soak her off with water.
At that, one man was so dismayed, he summoned out the fire brigade. With flashing lights and siren blaring, up the lane all eyes were staring. Fire engine and the crew, each man knowing what to do. quickly rolling out the hose, they sprayed poor Sue from head to toes. The fire brigade were out of luck, for on her throne poor Sue still stuck. Alone, dejected, cold and damp, she felt more like a postage stamp. A wiser chap said,
"I'm afraid it's time we called for medical aid."
And standing tiptoe shouted loud,
"Is there a doctor in the crowd?"
Yes,
said someone.
let me through. I'll try and see what I can do. I can't examine her alone. Will someone act as chaperone?
Returning after just a glance,
I'll go and call an ambulance.
and just before he reached the street,
Will someone cut away the seat? So when the medics come to fetch her, they can lift her on the stretcher.
his plea produced no volunteer. They got the station engineer. Arriving promptly with his tools, he waved a book of union rules.
It says in here it's quite taboo for me to enter a lady's loo.
But peeping slyly round the door, he was so moved by what he saw, and when he heard a muffled sob, he got his saw and did the job. Poor Sue was blushing to the core. No man had been so close before. The ambulance crew came bustling through. To them this case was nothing new. They lifted her with greatest care. How good to feel the open air. The crowd let out a loud hooray as the medics carried her away. She found herself in A&E, a rather scary place to be. Examined by a house physician who comments on her strange condition.
"I don't know how we'll get this off."
And went away to phone the prof. One of the nurses, showing prudence, held Sue's hand so when the students came along they'd not distress her while they wait for their professor. The prof came from a door adjacent.
Come on, nurse. Now where's my patient? Haven't got all day to waste.
Everything is done in haste. Entering, ripping off the sheet, revealing Sue still on her seat.
Well, bless my soul, the situation may entail an operation. Now, gather round and take a look. You won't find this in any book. Have any of you, I implore, seen anything like this before?
Yes,
Said a student unashamed.
frequently, but never framed.